All right, here we go. Part 2. Actually, I made a video, like, I don't know, about 10 minutes ago. You guys go check it out. Part 1. I'm basically going to be replying to your comments in my comment section because we get tons and tons of comments. I'd love to reply to all of them, but I don't have time. So here we go. This is where I left off. Okay, Ben Garrison. Okay, well, no, actually, we'll go up to Steve. Okay, Steve. It's been done in the past one. Okay, don't know what that means, but Ben Garrison. Canelo is hard to drop because he has small eyes, a small nose, small mouth, small ears, a small, and that leaves nothing but armor plating on his. He's got like a brick head. Again, you know, I've been around Canelo many times in person, and yeah, he's got like this like block head. You know, it's like a square on top of his shoulder. So you're absolutely right there, Mr. Ben. Okay, Isaac Martinez. Gennady Golovkin is cashing out. Gennady Golovkin is cashing out. He understands how corrupt boxing is, and now, you know, he's doing it for the money. He beat Canelo twice. I do agree he beat Canelo twice, although the second fight could have been ruled a draw, but I don't think he's cashing out because think about it. He's going to get probably $30 million in the trilogy, and he can go fight pretty much anyone, a top 10 right now, not even a top 10, basically anybody for around 20 million. So I truly think, you know, they want the trilogy now. It's like, you know, third time's a charm, right? The old saying, third time is a charm. I think now they finally, you know, they're doing it for the right reasons, okay, which is belt, legacy, redemption, things like that. So guest can't be over 175 pounds, correction, guessed. Okay, first fight I saw Canelo outbox Gennady Golovkin. Sorry, you can get points by punching the air. Sorry, you can get points. Okay. Second fight, Canelo clearly won, outpunched, outlanded Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin fans said that Canelo lost the first fight because Gennady Golovkin walked him down. You can't win a fight just by walking someone else. Okay. I mean, do I really need to argue this again? There is no way in hell he won the original fight. Dude was running for dear life, getting outboxed, outlanded, getting pressured, walked down, and there was actually 2 points in the fight where we thought he was possibly going to get knocked out. Okay, you know, you had that moment, that oh shit moment. So look, like I said, I'm not going to waste time breaking it down. I'm just going to tell you you're dead wrong. Shout out Gabriel Garcia. Okay, if you do okay, yeah, this is where he was giving me an idea for the channel, and yeah, and at the end of the video, I got a couple shout-outs I want to give to. Antonio Gonzalez, okay, for this and many other slights, many people don't like Canelo. I think you mean sites. Okay, sorry for the people who believe he is the great thing. Now, look, you Canelo people have to understand. I'm gonna just do 10 seconds. Okay, the catch weights. Okay, you can go all the way back, you know, to Arizona, Laura Kirkland. You know, just go all the way back. Okay. You got the Canelo catch weights. Okay, he steps in there in a real challenge against Mayweather. He gets beat. Okay, after that, he even said, "I'll never let that happen again. I'll never, you know, offer myself up to an even match ever again." I mean, come on, Amir Khan. You know what I think he had a light welterweight, 2 or 3 fights at welterweight. You know, pulling him up to defend a title at middleweight at a catchweight that he won from an old washed-up Miguel Cotto. Goes on and vacates the WBC to avoid Gennady Golovkin. Tries to wait Gennady Golovkin out. You know, Triple G gets in there, beats him, and so you know the history. So that is my problem with Canelo, and I have problems with Gennady Golovkin too. We'll talk about him in another video. Thanks for answering my question. I don't know who Gennady Golovkin will choose to fight, but I hope it is on Demetrius Andrade. Anyway, keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. He was talking about. I made a video. You know, Gennady Golovkin's next opponent. You see it right there, and I said I think it's going to be Brandt or Darby and Checo. You know, it's a good possibility. Maybe you know, I don't know. I think those are the 2 front runners. Honestly, you know, I don't really. Maybe Demetrius Andrade. That was my pick number 3. Okay, here we go. Rennie, is it Rennie or Renee? Rennie Box Young. Here's my prediction. Okay, dude's trying to show you a video. Will Steer Andrade would be very surprised if anyone else, DAZN's not putting up the money they put up for with the unification fight between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo. Okay, all the fires like, okay. All right, yep. Okay, Miss Lynn Joes, is that correct? Lyn. I want to see Spence punish Mikey Garcia's ass. Damn. How do you really feel? How you really feel? Okay, Gordon. Okay, this is potential 100 miles plus future. All right, don't understand. I'm going to skip these long ones. It's funny when white Americans don't support the American fighter. Ever since white Americans withdrew the color line, you've had to search for white hypes in countries to support. Countries and people who absolutely don't like you. Okay, most people in this comment section absolutely don't like you. Okay, why? Because you're an idiot. Boxing is a global sport, okay? There are no color lines. The only people that talk about color lines are the closet racists like yourself. And that's typically what it is. Because you're the only dude up in this bitch talking about color lines, okay? So who's the racist? All right, now, wait. Wow, Andre, tough competition against Gennady Golovkin. Did you not watch his last two fights? Fights where he was supposed to look spectacular and was far from that. So I don't see him as tough competition. No, what I said, here we go, correction. And I replied, dude, I said right here, let me zoom in. I said, I just don't have a lot of faith in Gennady Golovkin right now until he proves me wrong. But what I said originally in this particular video, I said out of the three, out of Brandt, Darvian-Checo, and Demetrius Andrade, I believe Demetrius Andrade would be the toughest fight because styles make fights. I think he would try to outpoint Gennady Golovkin, kind of like an Irizlandi Lara did against Canelo. So again, just listen to what I say. So counterpunch boxing, you're right. Okay, yeah. Anyway, David, waiting on Canelo. How did it work out? DAZN is stacked with good middleweights. Yes, DAZN is actually killing it right now. Killing it. Okay, here's a Hispanic man A. He'll probably fight Brandt next. Canelo defeats Jacobs and claims he has to take a mandatory. But plot twist, WBC will change it from Charlo to someone else. And you're right. You're absolutely right. Canelo will only follow the WBC when it is in his favor. Okay. Triple G should move up to heavyweight and fight Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I mean, look, if he wants to prove he's the real deal, damn it, it's exactly what he should do. Until then, he's a bum, right? He's a bum, but Spence is the truth. He's the truth. The truth. Okay, regardless of the clause, Canelo will win handily. That's an old word. Okay, Jacobs is on the downslope. Look at his last two fights against B fighters. You're right. Jacobs, yeah. Look, Canelo's winning all night long. Oh, just like the Richie Lionel song. All night long, he is going to win. Okay, Gennady Golovkin never lost to Canelo. The first fight, he dominated. The second fight, he won by a round at least. And I totally agree. Shout out Andy. Michael, Gennady Golovkin waiting on Canelo ain't doing shit for his legacy. He could have fought Darvian-Checo. Nope. Chose Vanez Marty Rosen and had a chance to face Billy Joe Saunders, chase the money after. You're right, Michael. You are absolutely correct. I cannot argue with that. You know, I think back then he should have went after the WBO, right? Legacy over money. And now he's in a bad situation. I'm quickly becoming an anti-Gennady Golovkin fan. I'm going to talk about it in the video. I'm going to talk about it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You know, this is proof. I tell it like I see it. Truth. Right down the middle. There's no gray area. Okay? Oh, shit. Let's see. What the fuck? Novada? No, they're testing. Yeah, Jacobs even talked about it. He was tested like 2 or 3 days ago, and then Canelo was tested a few days ago as well. So yes, they are going through VADA. They're doing the VADA random testing, and both were randomly tested within a week. Okay, y'all be tripping. Bunch of little bitches sound worse than my grandma. Jesus. All right. Shout out, Michael. Abria Angel. Okay, the welterweight division is stacked, but no one other than Crawford wants to fight Spence. Okay, and I don't know what the holdup with that one because I don't think either of them are afraid of each other. The holdup is they're going to let it marinate. Okay, like these promoters do. That is the holdup. Okay, but you've got Spence with Al Heyman, PBC. And then you got Crawford with Top Rank, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe, I know these contracts expire, but as of now, I'm pretty sure that is the landscape. But you know, and Bob Aaron says, yeah. You know, we'll cross networks to make the best fights happen, like Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. But talk is cheap. Hey, Uncle Bob, talk is cheap. I want to see action. That's it. You know, I'm tired of these promoters. Yak. I want to see action, right? Okay, I'm watching I'm watching to see Mikey Garcia lose badly. Man, you boxing fans are fucking crazy. Dude, that's crazy. You wonder why I don't show my face on YouTube like I used to do. I used to get on front of the camera, oh, counterpunch boxing, here's my face. No, you guys are crazy, you know? And that takes too much damn effort anyway. I'm watching to see Mikey Garcia lose badly. Okay, not even going to pretend otherwise, right? And you know what, dude? I don't disagree with you because a lot of people, they're doing the same damn thing. Because he asked for this, and I also think he's underrated, okay? Spence skills, I can't wait to see what happens, but I'll tell you what's going to happen. 30-second breakdown, okay? I think Mikey Garcia is going to come out, win a few rounds, and people, oh my God, I knew he could do it. I knew he could do it. Then, pow! Game over. Game over. Round 8, 8, 9, 10. I take that back. That's my Canelo Jacobs. My Canelo Jacobs prediction is a knockout stoppage, 8, 9, or 10. But I truly think Mikey Garcia will get stopped. Now, here's the thing. If you are Earl Spence and you cannot stop a fighter coming from 126 pounds, 126, 130, 135, 140, fights Lipinets 135, jumps back up to 140, Adrian Broner goes back down to Lipinets, whatever. And now if you are Spence and you cannot take him out. No, that's a bad, that ain't the truth. That ain't the truth. That's a lie. Okay, Super No Close. Shout out. Wow Counter, one podcast after another, overtime. Look, Super No Close. What was it, about a week ago? You asked me about the body shot, and I made a video, for you explaining the body shots, which by the way, I would love to elaborate on, but I just don't want to burn minutes here because every minute is precious on YouTube. But anyway, shout out to you. You handled that like a true boxing fan, and I do appreciate, the maturity. So, and you go on to say, Gennady Golovkin will fight winner of Canelo Jacobs and will knock one of them out. Why does everyone mention that bum Andre? Here's his box rec, You're right. I even posted his box rec on the channel, and it's terrible. So you're right. I can't argue with that. Roto Sports. Sergey Nadam's yeah, this is my list that I gave talking about potential, opponents for Gennady Golovkin, and I agree. The politics will make a lot of the fights hard. Can't argue with that. 0-1 Turlock, EBT Rotosport. I agree. Okay, yeah, he's replying to him. Let's see. Let's show more. Now, again, like I was telling you guys, I just have thousands and thousands and thousands. Let me get back to John comment here. Big shout out to you, sir. John comment. Seriously, man, I truly appreciate your contribution to the channel. I wish you would come on. You're more than welcome to come on and talk a little boxing with me, dude, for real. You and Southside, always #1. Big shout out to you guys. So, really, honestly, you guys are a big part of the reason why I even run my channel, because I know you're out there. Because I know you're waiting. I know you're out there. But okay, we have to do something about Dante's Boxing Nation. Ooh, let's talk about it. Okay, the rhetoric and the lying he does puts all of boxing back 25 years. He is on there saying how Canelo is telling everyone that Danny Jacobs is a much more difficult opponent than Gennady Golovkin, and that Jacobs is much more of a scary opponent than Golovkin. Okay, I know where you're going with this, sir. Okay, and you're absolutely right. It's rhetoric. It's propaganda, fake news, whatever you want to call it. But look, these channels, here's what I don't like, okay? If you want to stop these channels, support channels like mine and other like-minded channels. Most of those channels out there, the Egos, the 78, the barbershop conversations, the Dantes, it is clickbait garbage. These guys are more interested in making a buck and leeching off of boxing than they are the sport of boxing. If you told them right now, you're not going to make any money for 1 year, do you still want to do it? Crickets. You're not going to hear nothing. Nope. That's the only reason they're on YouTube. And the thing is that they're basically they're posers, okay? They're imposters. They're pretending to be boxing media when all they're trying to do is to get they want the attention and the money. You know, that's it. They think they're like these big celebrities when in fact, you know, you have little kids with video game channels with more subs than half of them. You know, they think they're these like, you know, these social media stars or whatever. It's ridiculous. It is. And it's pathetic. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. I even wrote, look, one day ago, I know it is pathetic. He's 100% agree. Triple G loses to Canelo in the third fight. Golovkin must know something about his body and the way he feels, opposed to all of us. I see him running out of time. Age-wise, he's pushing 40 years old. Yes, he did beat Canelo in both fights, but there's no way he wins a fight in Mexico City. Yeah, and I even told you guys from an insider, a friend of mine, he fights for Golden Boy Promotion. A couple other guys I've heard it from now. So if you're out there listening, I'm not giving away what you told me because I've heard it from multiple people now that they're going to have a trilogy 2019 Mexico City, September. And it might not be in Mexico. That was just a possibility, but we'll see. You know, we will see. So John Savage, agreed. Seems he's going for a minimum number of fights for maximum amount of cash. You know, could be lining his pockets before bowing out. Could be. Gennady Golovkin doesn't care of what any critics say. He got his own way in his own business. Current boxing sport is corrupt as hell. He never lost to anyone, including Canelo. He doesn't need to prove anything. Doesn't owe anyone anything. His legacy will prove it. Let legend lived. Okay, totally agree with you. But I do agree. But I don't like how they're handling, you know, the end of his career. Because, you know, you want to talk legacy. Well, you can't talk legacy and chase Canelo around for 2 or 3 years. Okay, that's my biggest problem. And this will go down in the history books. I mean, any boxing pundit, writer, whatever, that's being real and honest, they're going to tell you, they're going to mention that you know, he should have fought Billy Joe Saunders for that WBO. That would have changed the course of boxing. He'd be up there with Carlos Monzon, with Bernard Hopkins, you know, nearly beat, you know, I mean, what a shame. Nearly, you know, beating that title defense record by Bernard Hopkins, you know, just so many different things, you know, holding the highest knockout percentage in middleweight history. But, you know, what a shame that he didn't go after that WBO. So that's, I believe, how history will record his legacy. So, let's see, Eric. Listen, at this point, his legacy is intact. Honestly, he was robbed twice, but even though he went through all of that, you know, he still managed to secure his future with fighters from his country, giving them a chance. Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, his legacy is secure, but there's always going to be that little cliff note. You know, it is secure, so don't get me wrong. Here we go. Dante, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Everybody, what legacy? Name his top 5 best opponent. Oh God, just whatever. I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna skip past these. Just can't do it. Paul. Okay, Paul. Boxing so corrupt, he's better off waiting, and that's exactly why boxing sucks. Billy Joe Saunders would at least be a big money fight in the UK or Russia, even Kazakhstan. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it would. You know, I mean, he's got a big enough name to fill up, you know, a big arena. Sure. You know, can't disagree, even without a belt. But, you know, I don't know. I think Billy Joe Saunders is kind of like the Adrian Broner of the middleweight division. You never know what you're going to get. And, you know, yes, the talent is there. The skill set is there. Everything is there. But you never know what he's going to bring fight night. So, Axel, whatever, Chronicles. Okay, here's how I see it. First off, G is chasing the almighty buck now by signing with DAZN. Guess I can't blame him. We'd probably all do the same if we were in his situation. Next, he wants the third fight with Carrot Top. I'm guessing mainly for the, I don't know what that word is, for vindication. Yes, I think it is vindication. I think he's wasting his time with the chosen one. He was already robbed. Okay. Yeah, you know, I have mixed feelings. I don't think it is a waste of time. I think, I really think it is vindication, revenge, and that kind of thing. Because, you know, he can look, at this point in his status, his career, he can get money wherever he wants to get money. You know, he can sit at home and run a stable of fighters under his banner, under his promotional company, and make millions. So I don't really think it is about money anymore. I think it was, but I don't think it is. So I don't want a trilogy, not in Vegas. Okay, well, I think you're going to get it in Mexico. Okay, no point in a trilogy. Here's why. Plug in a video. All right. Let's see. The Mr. Coxey. Okay, Wally 1970. Make the fight in Kazakhstan with 3 Kazakh judges in a right. You might as well have like his mom as one of the judges. Okay, here, let's get this. Okay, of course he wouldn't. He didn't even agree to the fight in New York. Okay, I don't know what we're talking about here. Okay, we're gonna skip past these 2 dudes arguing. Baby 3. I can't see Mikey Garcia winning any rounds. I'm sorry. He's referring to this video I made here, the epic breakdown. Because I did, like, I don't know if I talked about it here or not. I talk a lot, so I don't remember what half the shit that I say. But I did say I think Mikey Garcia is going to look good in the beginning, and then I think Spence is going to fight tall. He's going to use that jab, fight tall, and just start picking them apart and then eventually hurt them. So I think he will win rounds. Okay, Victor Tan. Shout out, Victor. What's up? Great videos as usual, Tracy. Glad to see you're doing good. Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Top of the world. Top of the world. Okay, much to do about nothing. Jacobs weighed under 170 in his last fight because the fight had a dehydration clause. It didn't affect his performance. Well, did it or didn't it? Because according to pretty much everyone, Daniel Jacobs looked like shit in his last few fights, and he looked the best against Gennady Golovkin when he was blown up to damn near a cruiserweight. So I don't really agree, Mr. Phillips. Okay. GGG is fuck. Okay. Wow. Running out of time. Canelo is getting better. Is going to lose the fight. GGG is over. He fucked top waiting Canelo too long for money. Damn. Learn to write, buddy. Okay. Who gives a fuck? Boxing corruption is going to win. Okay. I'm going to run through them real quick. I'm getting tired of talking. Okay, Alan Muller. If Gennady Golovkin wants Canelo in September, he needs to fight Andre. Why? Because Canelo wants the undisputed. They said so many times, of course, Canelo needs to beat Jacobs first. Yeah, so, yeah, you're right. I mean, I thought about the path. I'll talk about it, and I've already talked about it, actually. But, the path to becoming the undisputed middleweight champion, what does Canelo need to do? He's really... what is he? Just 2 fights away. He beats Jacobs. He gets the IBF, right? Demetrius Andre gets the WBO. Okay, right now he's got the WC and the W8, but Brandt has a version of the WBA. So now something tricky could happen there. Now this is just I just thought about this. Okay, what if, right? They say the WBA like tries to force or claim they're going to force Canelo into fighting Brandt, and then that's a reason to duck Gennady Golovkin in September. Possibility. G needs to just retire. I don't agree. I just don't agree. What I would like to see Golovkin do, I think he needs to work on his cardio. That's what he needs to do. You want my honest opinion? Stupid no close. No, let's have him lose a fight and not keep remaining undefeated as he is still 40-0. He beat Canelo twice. You are right. Angry Orchard. Okay, soup and close. He's too old. Ancient for middleweight. No, look what Bernard Hopkins was doing at middleweight. I even made a video talking about when Bernard Hopkins was his age, who he was in the ring with. Okay, he was in the ring with top 10s when he was Gennady Golovkin making history. So, it depends on the fighter. Typically, yes, age is a threshold. It is a way to gauge and measure a fighter's career and the longevity of said career. But there is an exception to that rule. And I think Triple G might be. We don't know. We're going to find out. There's a possibility that he could be an exception to the age rule in boxing. Okay. Andre wins probably by decision, and then unfortunately loses clearly to Canelo. Okay, Wally 1970. Andre will get starched. I agree. Okay, the next opponent. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting real. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes here. You a cracker taking up for a cracker. You are a Canelo fanatic. He's a cheater. Fuck him up, Jacobs. Plus, he's not a Mexican. I'm a cracker? Well, I'm a cracker. I'm a cracker taking up for a cracker. Let's see. If I'm a cracker and he's a cracker, you carry the 2. Okay, cracker plus cracker, carry the 2. I'm not quite sure what you mean, dude. I don't get that. So maybe Gennady Golovkin getting that long layoff treatment overseas. I don't know. I mean, am I out of touch? I just don't understand these comments. You know why? It's because the video, I got to figure out what video they're talking about. So like over here, I got to figure out and just kind of figure out what the hell they're talking about. So, but okay, right here, I'm just going to read a few more hop off of here. That's why I need to do a podcast, like a 3 or 4 hour podcast. You know, you guys could call in, we could talk, that kind of thing. All the party queens, he should fight top dog Jeff Horn. You know, I heard there was some kind of article about Jeff Horn claiming he wanted to fight Canelo. I mean, this dude is like thirsty as hell, Jeff Horn. You know, he's riding on the fame of a robbery that, okay, an old, like, what is it, Pacquiao is like 43 or 47 right now when he fought Jeff Horn. You know, he's riding off that robbery, right? Then he gets schooled by a dude half his size, Terrence Crawford, and exposed, shall I say. And, you know, now he's talking, you know, he's basically dropping he's name dropping. Okay, he's name dropping. Okay, we all know Canelo would never beat him. Canelo TKO late in the fight or hard fought unanimous decision. I don't, that honestly, my number 2 prediction. Okay, number 1 is Canelo's going to TKO, going to stop him. You know, I mean, look, you got P. Rog knocked him down. I believe Jason Mora, the Latin snake, you know, the Mora, which, by the way, he's a commentator for the Zone now. I believe he knocked him down in the first or second fight. I can't remember the first. But, you know, he's got that questionable chin, especially when Jacobs can't blow up. You know, he's got that questionable chin. And, you know, when he's forced to do that second, same day weigh-in, and that's why they don't want him doing it. So that's why like I said, I'm going for the knock. I think Canelo wants to make a statement in this fight. You know, like, oh, Triple G couldn't knock him out, but I did. Now, remember, Gennady Golovkin knocked him down with a jab. Okay, so I just see him going down. But if not, yeah, a decision's would be my number 2 pick. Okay, Sanity Ram. Okay, Canelo stops him. Forearm cheating. Who will stop Canelo for cheating? No one. Okay. I mean, seriously, do you really believe it's Mexican tacos? Do you really believe that the clenbuterol in Canelo's body was from a damn taco in Mexico? No, it was not. Okay. Andre next, and then he loses another decision to Canelo. Okay. Jacobs will lose, hence why Canelo is even taking the fight. Jacob tends to lose the most important fights, correct? This channel is booty, by the way, correct? Watching Mikey get fooled like a dope house card table collecting whatever, dude. What the hell ever? Thumbs up. Gennady Golovkin 81. If Triple G waits for Canelo, it will be a big disappointment. Well, yeah, true. He needs to come back in May or pretty soon here, you know, April, whatever. Get him a decent fight, right? You know, a respectable opponent, and then lock it in September. Now, here's the thing. And, you know, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to end it here. If Golovkin does not fight Canelo in September, right? He needs to try to at least upstage the event, okay? Because you have the big Mexican holiday, Cinco de Mayo, I believe, in September. I think it is. I know there's like the Mexican Independence in Cinco de Mayo, but I believe it's Cinco de Mayo in September. Okay, he needs to try to at least, you know, put on a big enough show that he can compete. Because think, if you're Canelo and you're fighting whoever it may be, say Demetrius Andre, doesn't matter, whoever, you know, Gennady Golovkin, but being that he's with DAZN, I guess he couldn't. He'd have to be with another network. I was going to say, you know, like Mayweather used to do. Like Mayweather would try to book a fight like on the same day or whatever. There was another fight. I mean, look at Mayweather McGregor. It was who else was fighting? Remember, there was another fight going on. It was Canelo Chavez? No. Who? Remember, Oscar De La Hoya got pissed, and he was talking all that smack about Mayweather. But anyway, but you get what I'm trying to say. I think Golovkin needs to try to upstage Canelo if they don't get the trilogy. You know, anytime he fights, Golovkin needs to have another fight to try to upstage him. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, look, boxing is competitive. It's competitive. So let me see if I can read a couple of shorter ones here. Sounds like bullshit. A true champion is ready for anyone. You want some other shit. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Bob is a good name. I remember that guy. I forget what he's. His profile name is what is my name or something like that. And I wrote Bob is a good name. Okay, I didn't think Canelo beat him. I would continue with the unfinished business and set up a number 3 after that with Canelo if Canelo still has the belts. Now, you know, wouldn't it be what a wild card? right? Wouldn't it be crazy, crazy if Daniel Jacobs actually beats Canelo? Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be crazy? By the way, here's Mikey Garcia right here. You know, talking about how he's doing sparring. He's sparring middleweights, but look at these big gloves. Okay, they're like 20-ounce gloves. So, but whatever. I'm not criticizing that or whatever. But apparently, Mikey Garcia currently training, or sparring rather, with guys in the middleweight division, getting ready for Spence. And also heard Spence is training with the Charlo brothers. So anyway, guys, I'm probably going to leave it at that. I don't want to make these damn videos too long, but now you can kind of understand. I just went through 20, 30 comments, whatever, and there are literally thousands. So it's very difficult for me to to reply to all of them. But one thing, like I said, I will do is I'm going to start at least taking one or two and open up my video replying to your comment from a previous video. So, all right, guys, leave your comment below. What do you think?